All right, everybody. The date is September 17th, 2022. I am uploading this video for proof of my greatest top 10 fighting games of all time list. I'm going to do a entry and I'm going to upload this video in private. I'm going to keep it private until I do the drawing, the big reveal or whatnot, so that so I can look through the comment section to see who got the list right. So whoever get all 10 right in the same positions, they're gonna get the biggest prize. Whoever gets 9 out of even if you just got them on there, I'm still gonna pick. I want to say 5 people. I might pick more, but I'm gonna pick 5 people who got at least half of the games right that I have on here. And then if I'm searching through and nobody has 5, then I'll just drop down to 4. But that's gonna be the requirements or whatnot. But this is just a proof video to know people I'm not jerking around or nothing like that. And I wanted to do this little giveaway to show my appreciation for the people on Reddit and YouTube, the fighting game scene, because I upload videos just for the fun of it, but like when I upload stuff on Reddit, in our little, tight knit fighting game arcade stick circle, I really appreciate, people subscribing to the channel, or people helping me out when I need help, when I need, uh, hints for certain games, or if I need contact for how to get a fight stick modded. People are always, there's always a bunch of people willing to jump in and help. So, more so to, and plus I'm feeling good about the Street Fighter 6 footage I've been seeing lately. Even the Tekken 8 footage, I'm real hype about that. I haven't been this excited for fighting games in quite some time. I'd say probably in like 10 years or whatnot. But yep. So number 10 we got Dragon Ball FighterZ. Number 9 we have Virtua Fighter. That's the original Virtua Fighter for the one that was on Sega Saturn. That's the main one I remember. Number 8, we got Soul Calibur coming in. That's the original Soul Calibur that came out on Dreamcast. And then we got Tekken 3. Yep, Tekken 3. If a lot of you younger people, you might look at it and be like, ugh, it's ugly. But trust me, during this time, I used to stare at this game and at magazines before it came out, and it was glowing for its time. Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 is everything you would want a sequel to be. It upped the graphics, it upped the story a little bit better. It added on to the game, and the hype for it was bar none. I've never experienced the hype for a game like Mortal Kombat 2. And so that's on there. Third Strike. Now, although Street Fighter 3 as a whole was kind of, I feel like, the dark ages. Like, people weren't really talking about it. People were still talking about Mortal Kombat, but when Street Fighter 3 came out, there just wasn't, the same, for it. But as time went on, the game caught up, and the game is such a masterpiece of a game. I personally like Second Impact better. Third Strike does have a much better cast. I like the physics of Second Impact, but Third Strike, I feel like the mechanics in it, the cast, the backgrounds, you can't go wrong with it. The music. So that's why it's on there. If Third Strike had done better with sales and stuff like that, it would definitely be in the top 2. All right, so Mortal Kombat 9. I feel like the whole reason why I don't have Mortal Kombat 1 on here is because Mortal Kombat 9 to me is Mortal Kombat 1. It's what Mortal Kombat 1 would have been if they had all this technology back then. So, and Mortal Kombat 1, I love it, but it just doesn't hold up to this day. At least visually, Mortal Kombat 2 will hold up. But as far as like, the clunkiness and all that other stuff, Mortal Kombat 1, great for its great for its time, but everything that Mortal Kombat 9 did, it was it made Mortal Kombat 1 in my what I felt like and what I thought Mortal Kombat 1 looked like in my head back then. Mortal Kombat 9 was all that and then some. So that's why I have that up so high on the list. And we have Street Fighter 4. So I threw Street Fighter 4 on there because for me personally, outside of Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 4, I have the most time in. Um, it's I'm not gonna even try to guess the time. I'm gonna say it's probably well over 2,000 hours. I felt like Street Fighter 4, piggybacked off a lot of what MK the MK versus DC what that had going for it, and it just came out and revamped the community. Once I Street Fighter 4 was the only reason why I even started getting on YouTube because I was like, oh, I wonder who else is playing this game. Like getting on YouTube like every day, like to consume content for a game. That was Street Fighter 4. Nowadays, if somebody plays a game, you're gonna see 1,000 channels with people that's playing that game. But back then, you had a handful of people that were getting on there, uploading it consistently. The free one ups of the worlds, the Dayashas, a few more other people, and they really, I felt like, helped that YouTube community grow. For people like myself that was jumping back into fighting games, that I kind of stopped playing games for, after I got out of like high school, I stopped playing games for like a few years there, and stopped playing fighting games for. I still played them, but just not like competitively, like learning the game in and out. All right, so Marvel versus Capcom 2. Me personally, this had to be on there because I couldn't go to nobody's house who didn't have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast. Like, it was just that good. Like, casually, this is bar none the best casual game of all time. You can pick it up. You got your characters in there. You get to be Wolverine. You get to be Spider-Man. You get to be Magneto, if that's your cup of tea. It had, as a kid growing up in the 90s who loved X-Men, and it had, it was going to be hard to outdo that game. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I felt like Ultimate Marvel 3 did a good job, but you just can't compete with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And number 1, Street Fighter 2. Now, I'm not gonna say which version. I'm gonna lump all those in together. It's because one just piggybacked off the other one. Added features, added characters, and whatnot. So it's probably the best Street Fighter, Southern Street Fighter of all time. This thing had people in the arcades going crazy. I had to stand on a stool to play this game at the arcades and at the the laundromats and places like that. Everywhere you went, at the skating rink, man, I remember playing this thing for hours on hours at the skating rink. And they kept coming out with different versions. So, they would get rid of the old cab and the updated cab would come in. This game, like I remember it being a lot of Street Fighter 2 cabinets and a lot of Metal Slug cabinets, like just everywhere where I lived at. And when I remember it coming on console, Street Fighter 2 was actually like the second or third game I played for Super NES. And I remember my cousin bringing it home. We were in the basement. He popped it in. I remember looking at the art cover and Blanca doing a Blanca ball. And I was like, oh, man, we get to play this at home? What? It was on. It was on from then on. Man, that was, so that was it for me. Like when stuff like Streets of Rage came out, that kind of gave me that Street Fighter feeling. I was all over those types of games. But yeah, that's and then here goes the bottom of my list too. That's from the first video. But that's gonna be it, and I'm gonna upload this video now. Thanks for checking out the video, and if you subscribe to the channel to enter into the contest, I greatly appreciate it. Peace out.